All right, through the day, we've been tracking over the developments happening in Jantar Mantar and over the country, over the People Against Corruption movement. And now we're getting breaking news that as the fast by Anna Hazare against corruption continued for the third day, the Prime Minister held a key meeting with Kapil Sibal and two top officials, including Cabinet Secretary K.M. Chandrasekhar and the Principal Secretary T.K. Nair. That meeting got over just a few minutes ago. Earlier in the day, Kapil Sibal had held talks with Hazare's associates, RTI activist Arvind Kejriwal and Swami Agnivesh. The talks had failed to break the deadlock over the activists' demand for a Jan Lokpal Bill. There was some hope, however, after Hazare said that he would not be wanting to be the chairperson of any joint committee to look into the bill. He would just be happy being a member. Congress President, remember, Sonia Gandhi has also appealed to Hazare to break his fast, and it seems that has prompted the Prime Minister to hold a very, very crucial meeting with top governmental aides. Karthike now joins us for more on this story. Karthike, just take us through exactly. I understand the meeting got over just a few minutes ago. What exactly was this meeting about, and what is the Prime Minister trying to attain and achieve by having such a late night meeting?
You see, the Prime Minister had to be briefed by the Cabinet Secretary, Principal Secretary and Kapil Sibal. You see, what's on the table is the Prime Minister needs to know the clarity in terms of the implication of accepting a notification part of the government. You see, when you go for a notification, there are certain rules of the government which then becomes binding for a committee. And Mr. Hazare has been saying that it cannot be an informal discussion, it cannot be a subcommittee, it has to be notified. And I think that's the key issue on which all these three people had to meet, because tomorrow at 9 a.m., Swami Agnivesh and Mr. Kejriwal will have a meeting with Kapil Sibal, and they realize that this cannot go on forever because it's an extremely integrated and networked societies. The protests are being replicated in urban centers throughout the Indian subcontinent.
Okay.
And this is something which I don't think any government would like, keeping in mind what happened with Kalmadi and Raja.
Do we also understand that the Prime Minister perhaps is under a lot of pressure at this point of time? Because, you know, the whole nation is now saying only one thing. The Prime Minister is a man of integrity, but if he has to maintain that integrity, he has to break from that remote control system that he operates under and take control and take this whole issue forward. Is what he's trying to do at this point of time?
I think it's like saying it's accepting elephant in the room. It's like this. You see, corruption is an issue. People are sick and tired of it. I would say Anna Hazare's fast has provided a window, an opportunity for people, primarily in a lot of urban centers, to put out their arms and say that we have enough of corruption. You see, not many people are aware of Lokpal Bill, but corruption is an issue, and that is being reflected through the agitation of Anna Hazare. If government realizes, then it's good for them. If they don't, then elections are nearby. This is a democratic country.
Okay.
And everyone knows what happens if people are not happy.
Okay, so very clearly at this point of time, late in the evening, the Prime Minister calls for a high-level meeting with his top governmental aides. What is the Prime Minister trying to do at this point of time? It's very simple. There were two sticking issues. One, of course, who chairs this joint committee? Well, Mr. Hazare has graciously said that I don't want to chair this committee. I'll be happy being a member. So that one thorny issue is out. The other one is a very simple demand. Give it to us in writing, in an official confirmation that you're forming a joint drafting committee. The government's still making up its mind over that, but the Prime Minister definitely being pushed to an edge. Well, one thing is very clear, you know, every revolution really begins with an act of defiance. Anna Hazare really has become that one single act of defiance and provided the Aam Aadmi with the trigger that he so desperately needed.